Hey guys, welcome to Unfiltered. Today I want to ask you if you have ever felt like you were rejected or your advice was not taken very well by others. Um, I bring this topic up, and of course, I'm sitting outside on my front porch because I'm away from my boys who are inside. As you know, we're in this pandemic where we're all working from home, and but really, I'm out here because I didn't want to be around them to talk to you about this particular scenario because it involves them. So today, I have my 12-year-old son. I mean, as many of you know, I'm a mom of two boys, 12-year-old Eamon, 10-year-old Yusuf. I love them very much. They are very, very unique in their personalities, and I love them equally. And I get my son, he knocks on my bedroom door and he says, Mama, can I come in? I want to talk to you about Yusuf. And then, of course, I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. What's going on? He says Yusuf had annoyed him and he was very frustrated with him, with his brother, because, as you know, it's Ramadan, and Ayman, mashallah, he wakes up, he takes a shower, he does his prayers, he cleans his room, he does all that by himself, which is just an Ayman thing. And so he goes downstairs, and when he is about to do his prayer, he requests from Yusuf to get up and do the prayer with him. He says, Yusuf, come on, let's go, it's time to pray. And so Yusuf is annoyed, and he's like, why are you telling me to pray? You just want to take the credit for my prayer. And he totally, Eamon totally is like hurt by that because, and annoyed. He's really frustrated in that why would Yusuf say such things? Why does he say these things to annoy me? And it's understandable because Eamon's intention was to just, it was pure, just good intention. And so when Yusuf rejects that, or he makes it seem as if it was coming with a bad intention, it frustrates Eamon, and he's angry, and he's basically expressing his frustration to me because he doesn't want to punch his brother in the face. So that's wonderful, and I had to sit there, and I really looked at that moment as an opportunity to talk to him about how that is a normal thing we all experience at every stage of our life. We end up, in our journey in life, we get to situations like this, whether you're 10 years old, 12 years old, 30 years old, or 80 years old. Not everybody is going to appreciate your light or your good intentions or see them as good intentions. And it's not up to you to be upset at them. It can be very frustrating. It can be very annoying, yes. But that's only because you don't really understand the other person. You might be there to do something with your good intentions, and somebody might look at you as the worst person in the world just for showing up the way that you do. And that can be because this person's cup is half full. Your cup may be full and overflowing, and you're giving love to the world, and you're happy, whether it's your family, whether it's your like your brother, it could be your best friend, it could be somebody at work. You're just in your element, and you show up in the world as your best self, and then you're faced with a situation or somebody who is like totally negative mindset, and they don't see the good, or they're not grateful, or they're pessimistic, and just that energy will hit you like a ton of bricks. And so here's what you need to understand. somebody with a cup half full, somebody who doesn't have the confidence or the self-worth or feeling of worthiness, it's never their fault, because that person's also doing their best, right? Now, when somebody's cup is half empty, they're not able to give. They're not able to see the light that you bring, because they are judging you based on their perspective. They think you're there to take, because they only have a little bit in their cup. They only have a cup that's not full. And so anytime somebody gets close to their cup, they're always protecting it, they're guarding it. And so now, if you look from Yusuf's side of the story, how do we help ourselves? If I am the person who feels unworthy, my cup is half empty. When people show up in my life that are nice, I always doubt them, reject them, feel undeserving of them. The people, even my family, can be around me, and just sitting with them can make me feel unworthy. Why is that? Or how can I fix that? Well, there are things that you can do to help yourself to feel worthy. The reason why we feel like we lack is because we haven't given enough. So find opportunities to give to charity, to give a smile to people. Find a way to give, and make sure you make that intention to give, because when somebody comes around in the future with their light to give, you're going to be in a position to receive. You're not guarding your cup, because your cup is open and you have been giving of yourself enough to be able to receive. And so you feel deserving. You remember, oh yeah, I did go out and I did smile at that person who looked like they were having a bad day. And also from the other side, from Ayman's side, I had to explain to him. I said, this is what we can do. This is maybe what Yusuf is going through, and this is how we can help. When we see somebody like that, we give them an opportunity to step in and make them feel like they do matter. So in this situation, ask your brother to help you with something. Let him see that you're valuable to him. Let him see that you need him. And when he does something for you, be very appreciative and give him a pat on the back, and let him know how much you appreciate him, and how his gift is valuable to you and how it could be valuable to others. Boost their confidence. Help them. That is somebody who needs you. When you have a cup that's overflowing and you see somebody whose cup is half empty or running low, that is where you need to direct yourself, because that's your gift. That's what you're there to do, and God puts us in these situations to allow us to use our gift, and it's a wonderful thing. So remember to look for these situations when your cup is full. Go out and just be yourself. Don't let the reaction you get from others stop you from being a light source to people in the world. Don't let that negative energy stop you. Just keep smiling, just keep going, and know that they will come around on their own time. Give them time to fill their cup. Don't expect them to show up as you do. And that's something that I used to struggle with a lot. I show up, I'm very positive, I have all these cups I'm just looking to fill, and I feel hurt when somebody rejects me and they see me in another light, and because that's not my intention. Now, what my definition of a full cup is doesn't mean that that's what the definition of all full cups is. That's just based on how I live my life. Everybody has a need for something that satisfies them to have that full cup. Don't make the judgment that everybody needs what you have so that they can be happy. Let them figure it out, and they will, but you have to allow them. And when you are in a situation where your cup is half empty, go out there and 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 remember that there are people. That's why when we see people who are worse, in a worse situation than us, we always feel grateful, and our perspective changes, you know. So find those opportunities to surround yourself in places that need you and build yourself up from there. And that's okay. The important thing is, remember that not everybody is in the same space as you. Just be love and show up as your best self, even if that looks ugly to someone else or it feels ugly to you. Reflect on that, be aware of that, and make the change. And love your siblings, love your family, love your friends, love your strangers. Just be your absolute best self. I wish you all a wonderful and blessed month of Ramadan, and I hope that you continue to give others of the source of your light, whatever that is, whatever your gift is. Go out there and just give it freely. Give it freely and watch your cup overflow. I love you guys very much. I hope you take the lesson and use it in the best way possible. And I hope to see you guys again on my channel. Thank you so much for being my amazing friends. I love you all. All right, bye.